Is your engine sputtering, smelling like a gas station, and acting like it is drowning in fuel? You might be staring at a P02B7 code, which translates to cylinder 8 fuel trim at minimum limit. That sounds complicated, but let us simplify it. Your car's computer, the PCM, is basically a neurotic accountant. It is constantly checking the air and fuel mixture. In this case, it is noticed that cylinder number 8 is running way too rich, meaning there is too much gas and not enough air. The minimum limit part means the computer has tried to cut back the fuel to that cylinder as much as it possibly can, essentially hitting the bottom of its adjustment range, but the cylinder is still drowning. This is serious because all that extra raw fuel can wash down the cylinder walls, ruining your oil or melt your catalytic converter. So where do we start? Since this is isolated to cylinder 8, we can usually ignore global things like the mass airflow sensor for a moment. You need to focus on why that specific cylinder is getting too much juice. The most common culprit is a leaking fuel injector. If the injector is stuck open or just dripping, fuel is constantly pouring in even when it should not be. A great way to test this is to listen to it. With the engine running, take a long screwdriver or a mechanic's stethoscope, touch the tip to the injector body, and put your ear to the handle. You should hear a sharp, rhythmic clicking. If it is silent or sounds mushy compared to the others, you have found your problem. Also, check your fuel pressure regulator. If the internal diaphragm ruptures, it can suck raw gas right into the intake manifold vacuum line. Pull that vacuum hose off the regulator. If gas drips out, replace it immediately. Finally, do not rule out a spark issue. If the plug is not firing, that fuel is not burning, and the sensor reads it as rich. Check the plug and coil on cylinder 8 before you start buying expensive fuel system parts.